Welcome back to another episode of Binged. I am your host, Tyler Dunbar, and today we're going to be talking about how unwritten rules affect the game of baseball. It's been a topic of discussion for many years about how unwritten rules can positively or negatively affect the game of baseball. Players learn as they learn the game more, play the game more, that there are different things that you should or should not do in different scenarios. For example, some unwritten rules are, when you hit a home run, you shouldn't take your time trotting around the bases, or you shouldn't bat flip. When your team is winning by several runs, you shouldn't look to extend or add on any runs because that hurts the other team's feelings. But why is this? Why is this such a negative thing? Why are most of the unwritten rules such a protective barrier for teams who are butthurt? The topic that I'm really hinting around is the Padres and Rangers game a couple weeks ago. Padres are up for a few runs in the 7th inning when Fernando Tatis Jr. got up. He eventually hits his 10th home run, which ties Mike Trout for the most homers in the league. And I want to stop right there and mention, he tied Mike Trout for the most home runs in the major leagues. Mike Trout is arguably one of the best, if not the best, to ever play the game of baseball. So anyway, that home run, his 10th home run, puts the Padres up by 7. In the 8th inning, the Rangers go to the bullpen. Tatis is up again, and the pitcher out of the bullpen can't throw a strike. He can't find the strike zone. He gets down to Tatis 3-0. And this is where it all starts. He throws a pitch, which is not even down the middle. It is low and away. Tatis swings and hits a bomb to put the Padres up by quite a few at this point. And may I add, the bases were loaded. So he hits a grand slam on a 3-0 count while up big to the Rangers. Obviously, the Rangers are angry. They're mad that he would swing on a 3-0 pitch. That's so terrible. Our pitcher can't throw a strike. Don't swing. The next batter, Manny Machado, gets up, and the pitcher throws at Machado. Now how and why? Why does this make sense? Why are they so upset? It's not Tatis' fault that your pitcher can't throw a strike. It's not Tatis' fault that you guys are down. I mean, he did hit a home run to put you down by 7, but throw a better strike. Throw a better pitch. Execute your pitches better. So what I'm understanding by these teams getting mad and preaching that was an unwritten rule that he broke is, so you're saying they can't extend the lead? They should just give up and let you guys try to come back? Or your pitcher can't find the strike zone, so our batters are just supposed to sit back and let you throw a strike? Makes sense, right? So, I really think that Tatis in this situation is changing the game. He's really, making a name for himself, changing the way that baseball is viewed. So that game was on August 17th. August 18th, Tatis stole third base with 2 outs. Another unwritten rule. August 23rd, Tatis swings on a 3-0 pitch while leading by 9 runs. Another unwritten rule. And then on August 30th, Tatis stretched a single into a double while leading by 8 runs. Another unwritten rule. Broken. He's not the only one changing the game. I think the way baseball is viewed in the sense of unwritten rules is a little dramatic. Like I said before, I think it's a little padding for teams who are butthurt, who are losing. I think that it's a good change for the game of baseball. I think it's a great thing for the younger viewers, as MLB is really looking to reach their maximum audience. But like I said, Tatis is not the only one that is improving the game. Another one that I would like to point out, Trevor Bauer, pitcher for the Reds. Trevor recently has started a vlog with Momentum on YouTube, and he pretty much just documents a day in the life during this COVID season and the 60-game season. A big topic of his lately has been how the Astros have cheated, and all the things that Rob Manfred has done wrong, and it's really been interesting to watch. If you haven't seen any of his videos, please, I do advise go check them out. But it started something that I think is great for the game. Not only is he getting this out on a platform that only professional athletes have, but it's shown that baseball players do have personalities, and before they weren't allowed to show them in a game. Rob Manfred has asked Trevor Bauer several times to shut it down, but Bauer is in this for all the right reasons. It reaches out to the younger audience and gets that out on a platform that they, on a technology standpoint that younger folks are into. It's good growth for the MLB. Things like StatCast and all this technology that the MLB is using correctly, not like the Astros, but are using correctly, are all good improvements for the game. So I think that this is a good change for the major leagues. I think that some unwritten rules are great. For instance, not pitchers when they get mad and they are throwing at somebody, not throwing at their head, because that can cause injury, or sliding in with your spikes up to break up a double play, because that can cause more injury. There are ways to go around that. You can still slide hard into a base. You can still hit the guy to send a message. But I think protective barriers with unwritten rules for teams who are butthurt because they're losing, because their pitchers can't throw strikes or they can't execute a pitch, it's not that person's fault. Get better. I think Tatis and Bauer are really doing a great thing for the game, and I think you're going to see more and more of this, more of breaking unwritten rules, and ultimately I think it's going to lead to a great change to the MLB. As always, thanks for listening. If you guys enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Binged.